So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano, here we go. Joshua Zirkzee is set to sign for Manchester United, pending a medical from Bologna. The first signing of the Ineos era. You know, there's so many exciting times ahead, I feel. And this is just a start. The first signing, all outlets, guys, will be on screen for you to read. Fabrizio Romano broke the news around like 3 o'clock today. He gave the here we go. And he says, Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United. Here we go. Manchester United will not trigger the clause, but pay slightly above 40 million with better payment terms in 3 years. He goes on to say, Zirkzee signs until 2029 with an option of a further season. The first signing of the Ineos era. And he also went on to say some more details regarding the transfer, which also David Ornstein broke as well. But more details on the Zirkzee deal done for Manchester United. Medical tests will take place on Friday, so the deal will be hopefully completed tomorrow, pending the medical. Then a face-to-face meeting with Erik ten Hag. Contract open, or not open, contract until June 2029, plus option for a further year. As I just told you guys, 42.5 million fee paid over the 3 years instead of 40 million in one solution, which will help us financially, massively help us regarding the financial side of things. And finally, this is what happens when you have proper businessmen running a football club. How long have we waited for this? Deals being done in the right way. You know, getting things done quickly, not waiting the whole window to then pay 70 million for someone. We're changing. Is this really my club? Already we're getting the first deal done straight after Netherlands' exit. Joshua Zirkzee is done. De Ligt is going to follow. And then who knows what can happen after that. But as I mentioned, you know, there's so many exciting times ahead. But yeah, Joshua Zirkzee is done, and I'm very, very excited about this. I've been doing my research. I will be telling you guys so much more about Joshua Zirkzee. But also, there was some other news broke from some journalists. Let me just get to it for you guys. This was from Richard Fay from Mankworld UK. Joshua Zirkzee will not only provide backup to Rasmus Højlund in the central attack, which we desperately needed someone to come in to rival Højlund just to allow him to rest. That was my main reason for it, because we saw last season, towards the end of last season, when Rasmus Højlund was resting, he wasn't being used. Look how much sharper he was towards the end of the season when he got that rest. He was scoring every game. He was looking a better player. You can't play a 21-year-old every game throughout a season and expect the best. It's not going to work. You need to handle players correctly and you know, not having someone to play in front of him or play for him. We had to play Rasmus Højlund every single game, and you can tell it was affecting him. You know, Martial wasn't fit. We didn't have a backup striker, and I did think we'd maybe go for a more experienced striker, like an Ivan Toney, but I think having this is going to be better for us in the long term as well. Two players, you know, with limitless potential. 21-year-old in Højlund, 23-year-old in Joshua Zirkzee. I'm so excited for next season. I really am. A versatile player who can play across the forward line. So he's not just a striker, Joshua Zirkzee. He's a player which can have an impact on the wing. He's a player which can just sit in behind and have an impact there. We're getting a very good player for the long term as well. Not only is he going to have an impact right now, and again, he could play a massive part next season. We don't know. Him and Højlund switching out each game. I think it will be good for the both of them having this competition between it. I'm just so happy. And yeah, we're talking about a guy. Who was young player of the season in Serie A last season. He also got in the main team of the season in Serie A as well. And we're talking about a guy who had a really standout season last year in Serie A with Bologna. 12 goals and 5 assists. A lot of teams were interested in him as well. And of course, with Ten Hag being Dutch, I think that maybe had something to do with it. But we're also getting a player who is great hold-up play. Like, much better hold-up play than Rasmus. He is 6'4", but again, he's very fast as well. He loves to take on players, which again, we've missed, haven't we, really? Because, you know, over the course of last season, Rashford lost the ability to do that. Anthony's never really done that. The only players which I think had an ability to do that was Garnacho and Amad Diallo. So having another player like that who's not afraid to take players on, very versatile across the forward line. Yeah, I'm so excited, and it fits the transfer policy as well. We're not just doing things for the short term anymore. We're not getting in an old Casemiro, giving him a 3-year deal and wasting time. We're bringing in players who are hungry. You know, they want to play for Manchester United, and also they're going to be here for the future. And that's what we're doing now with De Ligt as well. When we come, well, hopefully we do get it. Here we go for De Ligt, another player, still very young, a leader, and also there for the long term. I love what we are doing here, and also the financial side of things. Doing this over 3 years will help us massively. And, you know, I don't think we've had this for such a long time where we're doing transfer deals right. Like, we're going in for like 3 or 4 players at once. We're handling deals at different points of the day, at different times, all at the same time. We're working on more than one deal. How long have we had this? Haven't we had this for? You understand what I mean? Like, it's so refreshing to see businessmen across the whole board who are interested and are willing to make Manchester United successful again. And it's not going to work in one day. You know, it's going to take years. It's going to take years to get everything we need. It's going to take years to make sure everything's right. But it's about going from level 4, where we are now, to right up to level 1. And it's about doing that the right way, being mindful, not doing stupid things, and making sure you get your recruitment right and you do things in the right manner. And that's what we're doing right now. So I'm very, very happy with this business. I cannot wait for him to play. Of course, as I mentioned, I've not watched him every single game, but the research that I have been doing, he looks like a player that is going to have an impact for the team. He looks like a player which is going to develop massively in the long term, just like Rasmus Højlund. And it's good to have these players as well. It's really good to have these sort of players in your team. And I'm just so excited for the deals to come in the future of Manchester United. But yeah, we're getting a very, very good player. And as I mentioned, you know, for the price as well, over 3 years, it's absolutely fantastic. It's a deal which, you know, I cannot fault one bit. The player, the financial side of things, for the future. Like, there's nothing negative about this transfer. He's Dutch as well. It's a Dutch revolution, isn't it? Ten Hag's in, Van Nistelrooy's in, Van Hecke's in, you're getting Zirkzee in, you're getting De Ligt in. You know what? I told you guys to be excited. And, you know, rival fans won't say it, but they'll be scared. They'll be scared of what Manchester United are doing now. A proper sporting director, proper people at the top, doing proper deals with proper business, making the right decisions, getting players in for the future, and they're going to have an impact. It's not just about bringing players in for the short term and hoping they have an effect anymore. That's gone. That is gone. It's about making sure the players are right and we get the right transfer policy. And that's what we're doing right now. So I'm very, very happy with this, guys. Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United. Here we go. 5-year deal with an extra year option as well. Paying it over 3 years. So, you know, I'm just so happy with this, guys. But let me know your thoughts down below, guys. And as I mentioned, I don't think there's any faults with this transfer. It's really good. It's really, really good. But yeah, guys, smash a like, subscribe as well, and let me know your thoughts down below. But Joshua Zirkzee, here we